Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching His word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe, risking their life and their freedom to do so. Um, you know, Today is November 11th or November 16th, man, and going through articles and stuff before I go to sleep, and prophecies are speaking right now, because it's destined for Esau, Edom, their kingdom, to go down, and it's gonna go down on all fronts, just like every other kingdom went down. Their riches went down first, and everything else followed suit. Um, but here's an article by RT News that says dollar threatened by 6 years of weakness. Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley is a huge financial broken bank. They deal in other countries' currencies and all that. This is a prophecy coming to pass, man. This is a prophecy coming to pass. I'm gonna get the scriptures, but I'm gonna get into this article. Some it says one of the world's leading financial services financial services companies, Morgan Stanley, has predicted 6 years of weakness for the U.S. dollar amid strong global growth, which may eclipse any positive influence from interest rate raises by the Federal Reserve. And it has other articles here pulled up as well, man. This one says U.S. dollar will lose its kingpin status. Economist Jim O'Neill. The greenback status as the world's most powerful currency has come into question and could soon be shattered. Even though contracts based on the U.S. dollar dominate global markets, economist Jim O'Neill says investors have to believe it is not going to be the kingpin currency forever. He explained it because of intensified speculations China intends to challenge the dollar's dominance. When asked to what extent he felt the dollar's influence could be dwindling, the former chairman of Goldman Sachs Asset Management told the International Petroleum Exhibition Conference in Abu Dhabi that he has two contradictory views on that. First, it's never going to happen because the dollar is the dollar. However, Germany has recently become China's #1 trade partner. It is when you start to see things like this that you have to believe that the dollar is not going to be the kingpin in the future like it is today. See, this thing is about to get snatched out. Their riches are about to get snatched out, man. It says the dollar has topped out in January this year, and we are very likely to look into the dollar weakening trend for the next 6 years, which this place isn't going to go on for 6 years, man. The spirit's ramping up too much. These nations are getting riled up. Prophecies are coming to pass. This place isn't going to last for 6 years. It said all the plagues are going to come in one day and 1 hour, man. It says the key driver for the U.S. dollar is not rate expectations, but how the global economy is performing and what is the global demand for funding. See, it used to be the U.S. used to be the funding force behind every country's development, but now nobody's looking to the U.S. for that. This is another article within the same one. It says, because the U.S. dollar really isn't backed by anything. So when the U.S. dollar isn't backed by anything, when the U.S. dollar actually isn't backed by anything, you have to take that in consideration. It says Turks adhere to Erdogan's call to get rid of the U.S. dollar and keep saving in gold. See, the U.S. dollar is no longer backed by gold. It's the petrodollar, man. It's actually fractional reserve banking. And the way that works is you only have to have a fraction of the wealth. You have to have a fraction of the wealth, and you can loan at large amounts. Now, the U.S. dollar used to be backed by gold, but now they changed it, and now that gold is no longer backed by anything. These are debt notes. Debt notes. It's a note of debt saying that this is the debt we owe. This is how we're pricing this. Now, there's another article I want to get before I get into these scriptures, man. Where is it at? Where's it at? Here it is. Saudi Arabia wants to kill the petrodollar, and who owns the petrodollar? It's the U.S. And Saudi Arabia wants to kill the petrodollar. Economist. It says the United States and Saudi Arabia are so interdependent that the rift would mean disaster for the petrodollar system and the greenback reserve currency. And the U.S. runs on greenbacks. It says warns economist Brandon Smith. He is sure Rida is planning to ditch the dollar. I believe that the next phase of the global economic reset will be in part with the breaking of the petrodollar dominance. An important element of the analysis on the strategic shift away from the petrodollar has been symbiosis between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been the single most important key to the dollar remaining a petrocurrency from the very beginning. So here it is. Here it is, man. The Lord is really just taking this place out bit by bit, and he's corrupting the so-called white man's economy. He's taking his wealth. This is James 5:1. It says, Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten." Those riches that are corrupted are their banking systems, how they make their money. The petrodollar, the fractional reserves, the fiat currencies, all these things are corrupted and moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, it's corrupt. Nobody wants to deal with this shit anymore because they know it's not backed by anything. But now they're the leaders of the world. It says, "And the rest of them shall be a witness against you." See, these nations see that the U.S. dollar isn't backed by anything, but now they're waking up to the fact that, man, like the scripture saying in Revelations, and all the nations are drinking of the wine of her fornications, and they were angry. They're fed up. It says, "And the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of your laborers, who ye have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of Yahweh of Sabaoth." It says, you have lived in pleasure on earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doeth not resist you. So they killed the just, which are the Israelites. They killed them in the streets, like they're doing today with these cops killing these Jake in the streets at high rates. And the way they got to the point they are is through lies, robbery, and murder, man. This Esau's kingdom is going down, man. His financial system is about to crack. And the scriptures talk about when victuals shall be sold good cheap, they should think themselves to be in good case. And that's happening now, man. Here it is. You got Thanksgiving coming. You got goods going on sale because of Black Friday bullshit. People are gonna really think that they're in some type of good place, and the Lord's gonna rip that shit up, man. He's gonna rip that false reality up, man. But with that being said, I want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, and you know, call halal Yahweh Shem Yahshai for this word. Please keep us all, man. Please keep all the sincere brothers in this thing pushing it how they need to, and let your spirit dwell with us and answer our prayers, man. Shalom.